Red 2 standing by, all 4 lit and in the green. Welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, where we have been traversing Dodongo's cavern. Dealing with annoying fiery bats, exploding dinosaurs, and bombs. In this episode, we are finally getting to bomb some Dodongos. Big ones. Push the block into the hole to hold down the switch, and we will make it through to our boss battle. Or at least the entrance to it. Nice boiling lava, so we have to blow up this part of the floor. And then we can get this chest, which gives us, just in case, 5 bombs. And down we drop, in style. And now we face the big bad boss, King Dodongo. The bosses on Death Mountain also get a unique boss theme. Later games in the series, I think from Wind Waker onward, would generally have multiple boss themes. The Infernal Dinosaur King Dodongo. King Dodongo. This is a huge Dodongo that eats anything. Give it a shock and finish it off with your sword. King Dodongo doesn't take a lot to hurt. You can hide in the corners, but it should only take us a couple of jump attacks with the sword, if I remember correctly. Or the Deku sticks. Yeah, I told you. That was not hard. And we actually get to use another CDI quote.
No! Not into the pit! It burns!
That is not a nice way to go. It's like Orion going down in Bomberman 64. You remember, when you take out into Hades, Orion is piloting Hades. And the mecha winds up sinking into the lava. Orion's still stuck in there. That is not a nice way to go. So, there we are. Maximum money. I probably need to waste some somewhere. We can teleport out. Cool. We do get to see the Goron bracelet. Pretty nice. And there we are. We are back on Death Mountain. Well, that's a bit nicer. And Darunia drops from the sky. It's me, Darunia! Well done! Thanks to you, we can once again eat the delicious rocks from the Dodongo's cavern until our stomachs burst. What a wild adventure! It will make an incredible story of manliness! I can't believe that the Dodongos suddenly appeared in such great numbers! And that big rock blocking the cave. All this trouble must have been caused by that Gerudo thief, Ganondorf. He said, "Give me the spiritual stone. Only then will I open the cave for you." You, on the other hand, risked your life for us. Kid, I like you. You have proven yourself in the arts of traditional Goron manliness. How's about you and I become sworn brothers? No, there's no big ceremony involved. Just take this as a token of our friendship. You okay down there, kid? Oh, good. I thought I'd broken your spine or something. Take this! Fireball! Behold! Bling! And And there we are. We have the Goron's Ruby, which is of course based on their symbol, which appears, I think, on Darunia's shoulders. Pretty cool tattoo. There must be some really good jewelers in Hyrule, honestly. The Goron's Ruby, the spiritual stone of fire passed down by the Gorons. You don't know what he means by sworn brothers, but you've collected 2 spiritual stones. You have 1 more to find.
Brother, you'll keep brushing up on your skills as you travel, won't you? Uphold the arts of manliness. You should go see the Great Fairy on top of Death Mountain. She will power you up. Hey, everybody, let's see off our brother. And then we're gonna celebrate. You did great. How about a big Goron hug, brother?
Link just runs off. Because, of course, you can kind of imagine what a hug from the Gorons would be like. Yeah, kind of like that. But the Gorons are going to celebrate. The Bean Burrito Festival will last long into the night. But we can travel back in circles because I'm trying to work out exactly which spot to go to. So, what I don't want to wind up opening that because this leads to a chest with 50 rupees. Now, I think there's a grotto here, but I believe it can only be opened by the Song of Storms. I'll put the bomb here. Well, blow up a lot of rocks. So yeah, we need the Song of Storms, I believe, to open that grotto. Some grottos are opened by that.
Hello. You are incredible, destroying the Dodongos. Do you mind if I call you Big Brother?
Well, we have certainly proven ourselves in the ancient arts of Goron
manliness.
We have to chase down this particular big Goron. Let's get a bomb out. Did that work?
All right, I'll give you this in praise of your courage.
So you have to bomb him in the tunnel. I kind of blew myself up. But that's the point. We do things the
manly
but stupid way here on Death Mountain. Better make sure I'm not getting run over. I ran into a wall. Ah, rightio. If you can stop my wild rolling, you might get something great. Hot Rodder Goron. Okay, so that has sorted that out. We've got our bigger bomb bag, and as you can see, we can carry 30 bombs. We need to go upstairs from here. We can't do anything about that room yet. I believe there's a little grotto up there. But we need to make our way to the little maze. We can walk past it, but I think I'd rather use bombs. Because if I use bombs, then at least I've got an excuse to spend money and empty my wallet. You know what Is it from the CDI games? Use bombs wisely, but don't be all miserly? So, we have to blast our way through the maze here. This gets us to a Skulltula, I believe. And some treasure chests. Now, these rocks can actually be damaged with the Megaton Hammer. The silvery ones can only be lifted with the silver gauntlet. So that's the hammer. So it's a bit of a maze.
I'm fairly certain there's like a corn pun or something I could make, because maize is of course corn, but yeah. Okay. I'm just sort of bombing everything in the hope I can work out where I'm going. It's probably a lot easier to actually just lift up the rock, so it should be in here. Unfortunately, it landed on me. And yeah, gold skulltulas do 1 whole heart's worth of damage. These, I think, are just $5. Fifth. Pain. Oh well, let's go and blow some money. Because I got the skulltula. That was my main goal. So we can head on into the Goron shop and buy a few things. And granted, my brain is sort of drifting off to Tom Fawkes and Dave Goron's Goron Emporium. This will pretty much sort out everything we can do on Death Mountain anyway. Hello there, Goron. We want... What else can we buy? Well, let's buy these. So we can buy a red potion. Okay, I wonder if we could actually buy the Goron tunic now.
Sorry, Link. I can't give credit. Come back when you're a little, richer.
Something to consider for next time, I guess, but we can go pick up a couple more skulltulas too, but we'll probably have our biggest search once we actually get our hands on the boomerang. Because then we can grab the ones we can't quite reach, and that will give us the biggest wallet. And once I get the biggest wallet, that is when I want to actually go and wind up giving the running man the bunny hood. Because we can do a little bit of searching along the way. I didn't look up where the running man was, but I did look up the Deku Nut upgrades. Fortunately, we will be able to expand our capacity for nuts pretty soon. We will have to head back to the forest to do it, but that should be alright. So we can head back down the trail to get a skulltula. It's a lot of walking. And yeah, I probably should be walking backwards, but, well, we'll be okay. Oh no, the Tektides are there. So we'll have to deal with them. Oh yes, now let's go back inside Dodongo's cavern. Because there is that one skulltula I need to actually get my hands on. Now, go. So after having to do that again, because geese are every bit as annoying as Zubats. Oh no! Please. I need the boomerang. I came all this way for nothing. So, with my disappointment immeasurable and my day ruined, we are heading back to this little bombable wall here and dealing with Tektites. Because I want them out of the way. So we can bomb this, because this opens up a Skulltula. Which you might think we need the boomerang. But this wall is climbable. Thank you, game. That should give us 20. 22. Okay. So, I know there are 2 on Death Mountain Trail that we can get when we come back here later on, because we need the Megaton Hammer for them. But not much we can worry about now. We should probably head up the mountain. Because now we can actually go and get our power-ups. We can also get another Skulltula and another heart piece. There's always something to do, and part of the project is me bumbling around and exploring. All the fun of it. So, if we go up here... We do need to destroy this one. Once the camera cooperates. Well, $5, not too bad. Another day dawns and we have to blow up the one over here. Get the timing right. And somehow don't jump. We will be able to get up to the summit of Death Mountain, which is where we will finally get our magic meter. Interestingly, we wind up getting the magic meter from the start in A Link to the Past. I think we also have to wind up getting our magic meter in Majora's Mask too. So the wallet is full again. And there is a cow. So if we need in this grotto, we can play Epina's song and give the cow, and get the cow to give us some milk. So once again, we are rich. It is worth noting that I'm not getting the Running Man just yet because we need space in our wallet, because the Running Man always maxes out your wallet. And there are so many pickups that you don't really need to worry about them. Constant eruptions follow this path, but note that you won't take damage when you're rolling. It's probably just easier to time your rolls which I did not do. And then we can make our way up this wall to get to the summit. But keep in mind there are Skulltulas. So we do have to be careful. If Skulltulas sense motion, while they are facing you, they'll go purple and get ready to attack. So, move carefully. And we've made it up top. So there is also the owl. Don't talk to the owl yet. But what I might do first is bomb this open. Because then I can top my health up and show you a little trick. When we go into hot areas, the amount of health we have left, not our maximum, but the health we have at that point in time determines our timer. There we go. So I think in Majora's Mask you get the magic meter from the fairy in Clocktown. Then you get the powered up spin attack from Woodfall. You get double magic from Snowhead. You get double defense from Great Bay, and then you get the Great Fairy Sword from Stone Tower. The Great Fairy of Power. Grant you a sword technique. So yeah, they were probably going for a... They're probably going for a sort of fan servicey look, but it didn't quite work on the N64. Now in Hyrule Warriors, they nailed the look. They actually got the Great Fairy looking really gorgeous, and it's such a fun weapon to use. Because she's the one pretty much calling the shots, and Link is stuck inside a bottle, and she will only let him out for certain combo attacks. So we get our powered up spin attack and the magic meter. Rightio. So we get an explanation on the spin attack. Magic power will be consumed. Pay attention to your green magic meter. And we get a recommendation about getting Din's fire. So we're at full health and we can go into Death Mountain Crater too. Now, I'll show you what happens there. We'll have to avoid the owl for a little bit. Walk around and head on into the top of Death Mountain Crater. So, we can't stay in here for long. So, we have 7 hearts. Each quarter of a heart we have equates to 2 seconds of survival. But what we can do is enter and exit certain areas in order to give us an advantage. So use this as a stopping off point. So it's a little grotto with a chest in it. Up we go. And now what we want to do is get slightly disoriented. No, we want to head over here. Climb down. You might have seen another one of these nearby. But this is... well, it's one of 2 heart pieces in here. We do need the magic bean for the other one. So, if we run out of time, we die. That's it. But we should be in good enough condition to get out. So, we've done everything we can on top of Death Mountain. And let's go talk to our old exposition buddy.
Hoot!
Well, it looks like you've grown up a little from the Great Fairy's power. But you still don't really look like the hero who will save Hyrule, at least not yet. If you are going back down the mountain, I can lend you a wing. Come here and grab my talons, and hold on tight. Hoot!
So, stand near the owl, and we get a nice little cutscene that will take us back down the mountain, but where we land is somewhere important, because it's going to create a little shortcut for us. That's not a bad sunset in all fairness. Down that canyon we go. Straight towards the matte painting, and here we are. So we've landed on this roof, which is actually important because if we move very carefully, we can drop onto here. And would ya look at that? It's another heart piece. Right spot, right time. We're doing pretty dang well, if I do say so myself. So, our next destination should be... ideally, well, we can go and get the Stone of Agony. But I want to go back into the Lost Woods. So, where is the other person with... Hello, person with 70s hair. The curse has been broken, thank you. Here's the reward. The Stone of Agony, which looks like the Rumble Pack. This is replaced with the much more effective Shard of Agony in the 3DS remake. Because it actually just shows up on screen. So, what I think I want to do is probably wrap this episode up for now, and then we are going across Hyrule to continue some of my exploration, adventuring, and finding of things. Thank you very much for joining me. Till next time, this is Red 2 returning to base. Oh god, that's still moving! I didn't realise that was still moving. I don't think I've ever been more annoyed to be rich in my entire life. We got there's $100 under my house? You must be hardened with fire! You ruined my line!